story out of Kenya. They arrested some Belgian kids for stealing ants. Finally, something sneaking into Mexico. This parasite might take a look at Mexico and go, you know what, I could do better. Who gave money so that they could watch the ants?
Raised with manners. I don't put my lipstick on my feet.
Freddie Rubino here at the America First Warehouse, live with That's What I'm Talking About. This is the podcast where we cover stories that are different than the big headlines. We have Scott Baker to my left, great comedian from Long Island. And also we have Victoria Arnstein.
Hi.
Can I say Arnstein?
That's how you say it.
That's how you say it, is right. And I'm Freddie Rubino, and we always start the show with the disgraziata of the week, the disgrace of the week. This week goes to J.B. Pritzker. Oh, J.B. J.B. is the governor of Illinois. And he is saying that he had a news conference Monday, and he's blasting Trump for suggesting to bring in the National Guard so that Chicago could be a little safer, like Trump did with Washington, D.C. And now he is railing. Is it railing? Railing.
Yeah.
I
Railing.
think so.
Yeah, it's railing. Well, with him, it could be wailing.
Wailing? Yeah, he's a
large.
fat slob, as we like to say.
He's not railing a woman.
No. But he is totally against cleaning up the city. Let's just recap. Monday, he gave the big speech on how he's against it. Over the weekend, 35 people were shot in Chicago. Not Illinois, Chicago. Who knows what the number is in Illinois? 5 died. How does a white, upper-class governor of a state lecture the black community that they will not be safe anymore, and you will be shot, and we will do nothing to make your black neighborhood safer? How is there not one black civil liberties guy or pastor that is against it and says, hey, make it safer? Trump did it in D.C. For 13 days, not one murder. Not one murder.
Amazing.
First of all, Freddie, he's not just upper class.
Right.
He's the elitist he's the Pritzker family, am I correct?
Yes, the
He's
Pritzker
like the
family.
upper echelon of richness.
Right. And he's lecturing black people that they should not be in a safe neighborhood.
He had the audacity of walking along, what is that, Lakeshore Drive it's called? When you
Right.
walk around, so he's walking around like 6:30 in the morning and he's going, oh, look how safe it is. It's beautiful. People are out there doing things. Right. Go to the south side of Chicago. Go
No.
there at 6:30
No, I
in the morning. And neither will he.
Strictest gun laws, by the way.
Yes.
And he's got all his armed guards because he's the governor.
Right.
And he's got his detail and everything.
Right.
Be the single mom who comes home from working maybe a second shift at the
1 in the
hospital.
morning.
Yeah, go ahead. Just go ahead, JD, JB, whatever your name is.
J.B. Pritzker.
JB Pritzker.
I
Yeah.
thought it was BJ.
You wish. I can tell you right now, how could you be a black Democrat in Illinois and look at this guy and say, he's right. Those people should be dead. They should be killing each other.
Up
is down.
I've always, down is up.
North to
right.
south.
Fat is skinny.
Like I tell my wife,
Where I want to go where that
short is long.
Short is
Like I told my wife time and time again.
I want to go where fat is skinny.
Yes.
Where is that place?
Chicago.
It's
It's in Harlem. Harlem. That's
East
where
Harlem.
fat is skinny.
East Harlem.
East Harlem, to be exact. So this guy is a piece of garbage, and I don't understand. I understand corruption. I get it. Make the inner city as dangerous as possible so they're all dependent on you. What it actually is Jim Crow. Is that they're keeping black people under their thumb, that they cannot function without the government, and they'll do whatever they want with black people whenever they want to. And it's Jim Crow.
It's very interesting. I agree with that. But it's very interesting to see what's going to happen in the midterms, because with all of the illegals now coming off, with the gains that Trump has made with all different sects, like with women, with blacks, with Hispanic, even Jews are now who are not that they live on the south side of Chicago, but even the ones that are traditionally hard Democrat there's something called Jexit, where they're now leaving that Democratic Party.
Right.
So there's going to be very interesting to see how far the black community is. And you see it now in D.C.
Yes.
Constantly, everyday black people are going, thank you, Donald Trump.
They're coming out in the streets.
Coming out in the streets, man. Thank you. I can walk. I can go with my girlfriend now.
Yes.
But it's the
my baby's mama.
Right.
I can walk my baby's mama home.
It's the
Which is nice.
It's nice because you always want to have.
Nice.
You want to make sure the baby mama and yourself.
Right.
You know.
Right.
But it's interesting to see that the white liberal, if you see the protests
No,
in D.C.
you could be more specific. And I'm Jewish.
You
the
are Jewish.
The Jewish white liberal
who's sitting there in D.C. on the
is a
corner
nightmare.
singing
And this
those
man
songs.
right here is Italian, and he's for Israel. He's better than a Jew.
Oh.
That's liberal.
I agree.
I know she's Jewish because
apologize.
before we started the camera, she goes, do you feel the draft in here? I come here to catch pneumonia.
You know
By the
me.
way,
I
I'm
don't like.
I'm like a Karen. I admit it.
Like a
Self-proclaimed.
dog.
You know-
Self-proclaimed. You can rent me if you want. Rent a Karen.
You know me, Freddie. I don't like to complain.
I'm not
but
kvetching. I'm the last to kvetch.
I'm a Jewish mother in menopause.
What,
I'll get you anything for
I'm
free.
going to catch the death of a cold here, you Nazi bastards.
let's play a game. Find the thermostat.
Yeah, that was how I was raised. My father had everything out. My father had a gun in his underwear drawer, and nobody
you were gonna
touched
say
it.
in his underwear.
It was loaded. He did that too.
It was loaded?
But he didn't have a lot of baby mamas.
Oh, okay.
He had a loaded pistol in his underwear drawer. He had all the windows open in the summer, no air conditioning. But the thermostat had a lock on it. That's where he drew the line. He didn't,
Not
he
the
didn't
gun.
care if I accidentally shot my brother as long as the heat wasn't on. He should die in the cold. I should die in the cold?
You sounded like a Jew there.
There you go. I'm saving up to be Jewish. I told you that.
We welcome
before.
you. We welcome you.
I'm a new addition to the tribe. So there's not one black activist that has come out and say, hey, wait a minute. Now it's safe.
I don't think they're getting a microphone put in their face because they are, if
Right.
you work certain media outlets, they are out there.
But they're out there early, and they don't wake up until
Yeah, they don't
later
get the
in the afternoon.
airtime. They don't get the airtime that they need.
If
Yeah,
it
they
was a
don't.
2 o'clock interview, p.m., they'd be on.
If they came on CNN,
Right.
CNN would see a black person or MSNBC and say, well, no, it's not NBC anymore. Now it's MS Now or something.
Yeah,
Say,
MSG.
well, what do you feel about the Trump, using the National Guard? Well, I think it's a great thing. Okay,
You're out. Cut the feed.
Let's
Cut
go
the
to,
feed.
Let's go to this one who we can own.
Right.
That's how it is. They
That's
don't want
right.
independent black voices.
No, they don't, because that's what they fear the most. And that's why they want to keep them in dangerous neighborhoods. And, it should be safe to walk to Popeyes for lunch. I'm just,
Just
Cracker Barrel.
pulling a business
Let's
out.
just say Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, 'cause there are a lot of Cracker Barrels in D.C.
There isn't, is there?
No.
No. How about Knish stands? Are there?
They're not too
No.
many of them.
Probably a falafel here or there. Maybe a halal meat.
I
here or
bet
there.
you.
Yeah.
Here's
Yeah.
the best part. I want to ask liberal Jews personally, like Chuck Schumer, who's going to hide you if they needed to?
Right.
Who's going to? No one. Okay, so go to Gaza. I tell everybody online, whoever argues with me, just go to Gaza. Just go.
Yeah.
There are people going to Israel all the time to help out, but I don't see anybody going to Gaza.
No, someone said they literally have. this.
Greta
You see
should have
it.
been able to go into Gaza.
No Jews in Gaza.
I wish Greta was
Because of the
in.
humidity. Oh, it's so humid in Gaza.
No, it's like Florida there, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a beautiful, like.
By the way, it's
beautiful.
right on the Mediterranean.
Yeah, it's on the coastline. It's
You
beautiful.
give anyone else
Yeah.
I know.
that piece of land,
Yeah, they would have made him.
and you're going there.
Yep.
You can't afford to go there.
You
Well,
would
you
think-
could
you
because
would-
you're Jewish,
you
but
would
me
think-
and Scott can't.
You would figure one
Not
guy.
just Jewish, I'm rich.
You would figure one guy from Hamas would sit there and go, "Wait a minute, this isn't right. We shouldn't do this here.
Right.
Let's not build and let's not blow up everything. Why don't we open a nice resort?
Nice
it would just be
resort?
so much easier.
Hide the starving children. Put the starving children away. Enough with the starving children.
You know what they did instead? They made tunnels.
Right.
All that money could have gone to
And
hospitals,
weapons and
schools.
tunnels.
Instead, they made tunnels, and they made it to really kill Jews. That's the only.
By the
thing they
way,
wanna do.
I drive here from Jersey every Tuesday.
Wow.
And every Tuesday, the Belt Parkway is a standstill.
Yes.
Let's bring the Gazans to Long Island and get some tunnels.
Right?
An express
I
tunnel.
think that's a great idea.
You give credit where credit's due.
Yes.
I always said,
They know how to build a tunnel, damn it.
That's it.
build a tunnel. You should be building.
my friend, this is too much traffic. Trust me. Underneath, we build tunnel. It's good. It's
Yeah,
good, my
it's
friend.
Good, the tunnels.
That's it.
Definitely.
No tolls.
I think, you see, everybody has a place.
Do you think there's tolls in the Hamas tunnels?
No, there's
So they should bring them here to New
They don't
York.
have an
That's-
easy pass.
a Gaza pass.
Yeah.
I think they should bring them here, make a tunnel so I could get here quicker. Just like for years, all you would see were Palestinians throwing rocks at the Israeli soldiers.
I'd rather have traffic on the Belt Parkway than
Than a
bring
Gaza.
anybody from Gaza.
Yeah, for Gazans to make them speed bumps.
For Gaza's sake.
I can tell you right now, my whole life I've been watching Palestinians throw rocks at Israelis and Israeli soldiers.
6-year-olds, 7-year-olds,
Yeah.
they teach them. Yeah.
And I would always
By the
say,
way-
if you're looking to draft a pitcher,
Yeah.
these Palestinians have been throwing rocks their whole life.
That's a good idea. You know, it's a very good point.
Steinbrenner, if Steinbrenner was alive, there'd
He'd be in
some
Gaza.
He'd be in Gaza.
My mother lives in Tel Aviv. Rockets come every single day.
We'll be right back with more sports memorabilia.
Sports tips.
Who broke the television?
Can we laugh at that? Sounds a little mean.
As of this week, public gay sex will now be mandatory.
Am I the only one that sees what's me? Cheekbones, baby.
I'm sorry, maybe I overreacted.
Corporate transfer. Fine professional, moving and storage, and inventory management.
Hey, fellow patriots, it's Cindy Gross here, host of Right for America from your favorite place, the America First Warehouse. You've seen me show on my show so many products from this country's #1 most patriotic manufacturer with close to 400 products. You need to exchange the products you use in your house to this company and make your dollars count in our country.
Freddie Rubino here at the America First Warehouse. I'm inviting you to the live taping of the Not So Newlywed Show. Just click on the QR code right above my shoulder and you can get tickets. Live taping of the Not So Newlywed Show. Drinks, snacks, it's a great time. We'll see you there October 18th.
It's me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
Freddie Rubino here, back with That's What I'm Talking About. We got out some of the stories that you might not have seen. It's not the same old news. If you turn on Fox, CNN, anybody else, you hear the same news from 8 a.m. to midnight. We don't do it. We bring you the other news of the day. We have this out of Essex, England. You know where Essex, England is?
Not really.
No.
What?
It's no, it's not. It's British, and there's a big deal going on because some school children in Essex have been told by their teachers to, in parentheses, act less gay in response to bullying, because they say that it wouldn't be that bad for you if you stopped acting very gay and you wouldn't get your ass kicked. Now, I'm saying there is a place for bullying in this world.
Where?
Everywhere. That's how you realize where to be and where not to be in school. If you are a bully, okay, you stay away from that bully. If you know how to stay away from trouble, that's how you learn how to stay away from trouble. Sometimes, if you need the bully, you hire the bully to protect you
I was
from
the bully
another
with my
bully.
own kids. That's how I taught them.
Your kids got bullied?
No, I bullied them.
Okay, you see, cutting out the middleman. That's the way she made her money.
You told your
I'm a
kids
good teacher.
You told your kids to be less gay.
No, I didn't. But they got the message when I bullied them myself.
Would it be so bad that you were a tough gay?
There are tough gays out there. Look at some of the
Not
football
in
players.
Essex, apparently. You want to kick a gay's ass in England? Go to Essex. So I don't get it. I don't get it. You're not going to end bullying. Bullying is there.
Bullying's
If you're
healthy.
not tough, you're going to get bullied. If you fight back, you learn how to fight back, or you avoid the bully. That's the way life is. Bullies usually don't excel in life, so they learn their lesson later in life.
Right.
You make a valid point. I just would have used, if I was Essex teachers, I would have not used that verbiage, act less gay.
Less gay.
Yeah, I just would have said, overdo the gayness so they feel ridiculous.
Maybe
No.
because Sharia law is taking over.
That could be.
Oh, that could be true.
So they're going the
Yeah.
other way now. They're going completely conservative. By the way, when liberals like Arab Muslims in Palestine, or whatever you want to call it, Gaza, it's hilarious because it's like that's the opposite of what you're trying
Everything you
to
try
do.
and say and
By
do.
the way, in
yeah.
Israel, it's the biggest gay community that you want to see.
A big gay Jew.
Maybe they should go to
There's nothing
Essex.
like a big gay Jew.
They-
Maybe
the
they don't want to move
biggest
to
pride-
Essex.
They have the biggest pride parade than anybody else in the world in Israel. That's the truth.
Yeah, I most of the comedians that I know that are Jewish are gay. I'm not
I don't
saying
know if
not
that's-
you.
I'm not.
Right
I'm
away.
married, I'm
Men.
straight.
I meant men.
You know, I don't even have...
Lesbians aren't gay to us. They're just great entertainment.
Right, you know, a lot of people say that. But you wanna know what? People say there's a spectrum. If there is a spectrum, I don't have an ounce of attraction to a woman.
Right.
I don't
Well,
have
then
it.
I'll never have you back on again.
I thought you said this was a fun interview today. What's that?
What the hell's going on here?
Open your mind.
Yeah, there
Victoria.
goes that fantasy.
I just like men. I don't know.
Well, you ever see some of these women? They look like men, so you can't even tell.
That I don't understand those couples, right?
I don't
Trans.
Yeah.
The trans woman who acts like a man does a 10 times better job than the trans man acting as a woman.
Right, and a trans man that acts like somebody that's a trans woman. She's a diva compared to a lesbian woman who looks like a man.
The woman who wants to look like a man, she shaves her head, she wears flannel, she's got tattoos. She's doing a great job.
And she hates men.
And she hates men.
But
like
yet she
my
wants.
wife.
But yet she wants to look like one.
Right, that's what I don't understand.
But at least if you want to be a trans, and if you're a woman, you want to be a guy, they do a good job. The guys, they get dressed up. Their hair is this. They have theatrical.
Yeah.
I don't know one woman
Yeah.
that looks like
They will
that.
never wear sweatpants and jeans, and they'll never look like
Yeah,
that.
I don't know one woman that acts like these big trans guys. They have the huge makeup.
You mean like
and
the
they-
drag queens?
Yeah,
also,
they all like drag queens. And I'm like, I don't know one woman who acts, what the hell's going going on?
Yeah.
But again, that's the normal.
exaggerated.
Yeah, exactly. Because the
It's too
normal, the
exaggerated.
How come
normal
we don't have
lesbian
a-
or
yeah.
the normal gay man, the normal lesbian woman, they think normal. They're just out there.
Yeah.
But they spend the microphone and the cameras in front of these people that take it to the extreme, and then
Right.
everyone's got this perception that that's the way they all are, and that's
Right.
not what
It's
they
not
all
the
I
way
have
they
a
are.
question. How come we never see trans men, women that want to be men in women's sports?
Wait,
No, in
women.
men's sports.
Because
How
they
come
get
we
their
never
ass
see-
kicked.
Yeah, that's right.
Especially in Essex.
And that, yeah.
In Essex.
But
forget.
could you imagine, like, if you're like I don't know how many men are on a roster in an NBA team, but let's say you're the last one cut.
Right.
What makes you not try out for the Liberty or something like that
Right.
and say, well, I'm just identifying as a woman. What is the actual criteria for a man to identify as a woman, join a women's professional sports team, and get paid? Yeah,
I'll
what
show
is
you.
that?
I'll
went
show
to-
you after the show.
I was in the Jersey Shore the other day, and there was a long line for the ladies' room, and there was no one on the men's room line, and
Right.
I just went in.
There you go.
I'm just going to leave a deposit and identify as a man right now.
But
That's all.
but that's fine.
That's fine.
But if I
No
have
men that came in, they didn't even care.
no, because men don't care. But if you're a 12-year-old girl or
No,
a 13-year-old
yes,
of
girl,
course,
right?
right.
I don't
Of
want
course,
some
no.
guy going
It's
in
a
and
sexual
confusing her.
deviant.
Yeah,
that's
it's just,
what we're talking about.
course.
But I could say that the gay man. Could you imagine you're a gay man? You fix yourself up. You go out. You're trying to maybe a little makeup, whatever, a little bit.
well, I try not to overdo it with the
Yeah,
men.
you
I mean,
don't overdo it. And you went out, you bought a nice outfit, and then the trans guy walks in.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Marvin's here.
Yeah. No, trans women do a better job than I do with makeup.
Yeah,
I'm jealous.
Come on.
You lost your audience because there's not one trans person out there.
Marvin?
Named Marvin.
Marvin!
Never heard it. Sunshine Highway, Sunrise Highway, maybe Marvin.
Now, I gotta say one thing about the Act Less Gay thing. My wife watches a lot of times on YouTube these tutorials of makeup.
Yes.
And some of them are gay men.
And they're great at it.
They're great. That's what my wife says. They're great. I go, shut this shit off. She goes, no, they're great. So there is guys, and they are very, very, very gay. They're steeped in
Yeah,
gayness.
the best makeup artists are gay.
But there's one that isn't. And I told her, I go,
Oh, really?
what's with that guy? She goes, you know what? He came out and said, I'm a gay man. I'll teach you how to put makeup on because I'm in the makeup business. I don't wear makeup, but I'm going to show you. And he said, gays do not have to talk like that. He says they choose
Really?
to talk. And I've seen that.
But it's international. In France, they're going like this. Like
Right. Well, French are all gay. There's not one French man that's not gay.
every-
Even if they don't say they're gay.
They're gay.
But it's
Right.
international.
I would bring them to Essex. Every gay, every Frenchman.
If you were to watch the interview of the Treasury of the Secretary, Secretary of the Treasury, Scott.
Sex? Did you say
Sex. If you watch,
Sex,
if
sex
you watch,
at the Treasury.
If you had
That
sex,
sounds like a gay porn.
if you had sex while looking for a treasure, no, this head of the Treasury, Scott Bessert.
Uh-huh.
Right? Is
I
it
don't know.
Bessert? He is a guy's smart. I mean, he is smart. He lives in a pink house with his husband.
Right.
It's a beautiful home. Of
course it is.
But he speaks like very straight.
Right.
But most gay men, they have a feminine issue. But who cares?
But
Yeah,
they
if grew up
choose
in
to
Brooklyn-
act like that.
Yeah, but if they grow up in Brooklyn, how come they're not talking like me?
I grew up in Brooklyn, and
Me
there
too.
were guys that I grew up with that they were gay. Okay, we didn't know they were gay. They played baseball. We
Right,
did everything
same,
together.
yes.
And then, we started going out to bars and clubs, and then you lost touch with them because they didn't want to go. And then you saw them 2 years later, and they're like, hi,
Right, exactly.
I'm Marvin.
Yeah.
Marvin, that little minx
You
that
love
is.
that, Marvin.
Hi, and I'm like, you don't talk like that. Now and that's what this makeup guy said. They choose to talk like that.
To fit
It's
in?
gotta be tiresome.
It's a gay community. It's a real community.
But it's gotta be tiresome to talk like
Yeah.
that from now
Yeah.
on.
How about a liberal girl in New York now? She doesn't have a New York accent. She talks like that.
Yeah.
How does she talk like that? she
She's
wasn't
gay.
even. Yeah, but she wasn't even brought up like that.
Yeah, well, people do that. Like Johnny Depp, all of a sudden he's got an English accent.
Yeah.
I
Or
think
Madonna.
Madonna. Right.
Did you see the singer from the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Now what?
Have you Google him on an interview? Oh, he's gayer than like 8 guys blowing 9 guys. That's how gay he is.
He went out with Heidi Klum.
I know. Right now he's got a 20-year-old girlfriend.
Oh.
But he was interviewed. He goes, I have to say that everything in this country is very disappointing. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Everything in the United States is very disappointing?
Something like that. He was just lispy, and I was like, so this is what they're telling these people in school. They're saying, look, if we understand you're gay, everybody knows it. You don't have to adopt this overly effeminate voice.
That would be the way. You don't have to feel peer pressure to say it. I would say if you want to stop being bullied,
right?
Don't make yourself a target.
Right.
Assimilate, perhaps. Stick up for yourself. Yes, it's wrong that they're bullying you, but you don't need to make it easy for them.
Right.
It doesn't mean don't be yourself.
Right.
But is that really who you are? Right. So if that's not really who you are, speak the way you spoke before you. Maybe they're not even gay. Maybe they're just feeling like they need to speak that way because they're not saying don't be gay.
Maybe they're raised by a mother.
They're not saying don't be gay.
Right.
Right.
They're saying don't act gay.
I would have used different verbiage.
You're a verbiage guy. I'm saying, how about?
And if I use verbiage and X's, that's gonna get my butt kicked anyway. Yeah. I can't go to a bully. I can't use to a bully and go, I'm gonna use different verbiage. Pow. Knock me out.
Ow. No, that's good verbiage.
I'd like to bring something up if I can.
Well, let me just say, you could do it on the next segment because I'm saying they're taking into account that there are no gay bullies. I think they just generalize.
Yeah,
that's right. You're right.
They broad brush.
That's right.
Look, broad brush.
Yeah.
And if I was in Essex, I'd get my ass kicked right now.
That's right.
We will be back with more of That's What I'm Talking About right after this. Victoria's got something to say. You're always talking?
I always got something to say.
Corrupt judges, broken families torn apart. This is injustice. If you've been wronged by the system, join us. Don't stand alone. Hi, I'm Gary Jacobs, president of Americans for Legal Reform. We're the oldest legal reform group in the United States. The justice system in the United States should be transparent, fair, and open to everybody and accessible. Unfortunately, many times that's not the case. At Americans for Legal Reform, we are here to help. Join the movement. Visit AmericansForLegalReform.com and help reform the system before it fails you.
Hi, my name is Elena Ruseva, aka Megalangela. Please check my art at www.megalangela.vip.
The America First Warehouse Ultra MAGA Store for all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic America First retail store. The America First Warehouse Ultra MAGA Store.
The Queens Village Republican Club is America's oldest Republican club, founded in 1875. Situated in President Trump's hometown in Queens, New York, we are America First MAGA Republicans, empowering fellow Republicans to get involved in the game of politics at the grassroots level. We host inspiring monthly club meetings on the first Thursday of each month at 8 p.m. For more information, please go to our website at www.qvgop.org.
It's Tuesday here at the America First Warehouse. I am Joe the Box.
And I'm John the Blanket. Freddie Rubino here from the America First Warehouse, coming to you live, the most patriotic venue in the land.
Welcome to Right for America.
I'm James Justice. We got Stephen Ruth over here. What are we doing, Steve? Fighting!
Welcome to Tune In Tuesday of the Patriots Podcast, live streaming every Tuesday night at 7:30.
Another edition of On the Right Side here, and you can catch us weekly, Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.
And welcome to Liberty's Cage, where we rip the veil off America's broken justice system, prisons that crush spirits, and a society that shuns people who have paid their price.
Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Kevin Downey Jr. Podcast. Be free, stay free.
Welcome to Suffocating
in suburbia with me, your host, Stevie GB.
Corrupt judges, broken families, families torn apart. This isn't justice. If you've been wronged by the system, join us. Don't stand alone. Hi, I'm Gary Jacobs, president of Americans for Legal Reform. We're the oldest legal...
Here we are. We're back live with That's What I'm Talking About, the podcast that is right-wing and funny, if we can. We have let's just look at this book right now. Impress Yourself with Victoria Arnstein. Buy her book on
Amazon.
The Amazonians are very big on books. You wanted to talk about that Trump just signed an executive order to outlaw flag burning. Flag.
We needed
There's an L in that.
We needed an executive order.
Flag.
When did they add that?
We needed a Republican to actually make an executive order. How pathetic is this country now that we have to make an executive order not to burn your own flag when you should have pride in your own country?
But you know, it was already a crime to burn a pride flag or a BLM flag.
I did not know that.
It was.
How about it? Could you burn it with someone in it?
There's people in jail now for burning pride flags.
I did not know that.
Really?
Yes.
I never heard that. But I've been saying we're the only country that has so much freedom, but we pay to be scared. We pay for panic rooms.
There's a panic room.
Yeah, third world countries are laughing at. You have a panic room?
That's called my bedroom, the panic room. That's the original panic room.
Do you remember Rick Monday? He played for the Dodgers?
Yes.
All right, 1976, somebody sneaks onto or jumps the fence in Dodger Stadium. These two clowns, and they light a flag on fire.
They were trying to.
And the wind somehow kept going on.
Oh, and then they got...
Rick Monday runs over, grabs the flag, and runs, and the cops come in, and they take
He
the
was
guys
a hero
off the field.
for that.
Still
That's
on
when
video.
we took pride.
Yeah, I mean, it just... what you're going to burn a flag here? And this is what I don't understand. I mean, I understand it because you just got TDS.
Right.
But you're burning flags of America, but yet you're sneaking into the country and burning the flag.
Right.
I am scared
I don't
for
get
New
that.
York, for Mamdani. That's my biggest fear right now.
I understand that. I think Mamdani, if he wins, will hit rock bottom. New York will be defunded, and it'll turn around again. We got to hit rock bottom.
It's got to go back to the 1970s Bronx.
Right.
You know,
Jewish lightning.
It's
Well,
got
that's
to.
why my videos on Instagram that I've been doing, they're sketch comedy.
Your
about-
videos have been getting millions of views.
Yes, they have.
Please go and look for Victoria Arnstein on TikTok,
No, and
Instagram,
mostly on Instagram, yeah.
Facebook.
Victoria Makes You Laugh on Instagram.
It's great. I feel bad for the guy with the flag in front of his house and the faulty light, and it lights the flag on fire, and now he goes, I hope there's a little wiggle room.
Yeah, there's a little leeway there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like I see my neighbor's flag, I light it on fire, I call the cops. This son of a bitch has been lighting flags all week. Because I'll put a flag in front of my mother-in-law's house tomorrow and light it up. That's what I'm talking about.
You know, far be it for me to rat, but this woman, she's just
This horrific
anti-American.
human being.
I just, you know.
She's in the Hitler Youth Program. She's a Nazi best.
I think that's the fourth flag she's burned all week.
Today.
Today.
She burnt a dog. That's when you hear dogs, right? Like me, I'll hear like 20 people got killed in Chicago, and I'm eating a sandwich. And a drive-by killed a kid and a dog. A dog! So that's got to be stopped.
The best is when people are on Instagram now, they're going through reels in 2 seconds, right? People are going through reels in 2 seconds.
Yes.
Oh, there's Holocaust survivors crying, but Kardashian gets all the attention. All the Kardashians, we'll scroll through anything.
Speaking of dogs.
Yeah.
We'll scroll through all the horror, and then we'll just be like, oh, a Kardashian has something to say? Let's listen.
Exactly.
I don't think you should insult dogs by comparing them to Kardashians.
No, I would never.
Dogs are smarter.
I love dogs, and people who don't love dogs, I always look at that there's something wrong with them. Now, I know a lot of Muslims don't like dogs.
Do you see
Yes,
those videos?
they don't. Yes, they
They
beat
say
them.
something about
They
it.
beat them. Oh, they
No,
say they don't have a soul.
They don't have a soul.
But do you see the videos of people in England walking with
Yes.
their dog
Yes.
No.
through Muslims
Yes,
and
I
everything, and
saw
the Muslims are backing up?
Yes.
It's like Muslim repellent.
Yes.
And I don't hate
Well,
Muslims.
they're not halal.
I don't. I have nothing against my. They're good. I have Muslim friends. Who are good,
Yeah.
But it's the Islamic extremists
yes.
which
Of
are
course.
taking over.
Jihadist Islamic extremists.
Extremists,
Yes.
right.
But I think Muslims on the whole, no pun intended, don't like dogs.
Right.
Right.
They're anti-dog.
Right.
Could be a culture.
You're
thing.
dead to me.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're a good Muslim.
Bill Murray
you don't
said
like
that.
dogs, you're dead.
Bill
They
Murray
don't
said that
believe
I'll trust a dog that doesn't like a person, but I won't trust a person that doesn't like a dog.
Right.
There you go.
Right. Yeah.
I like what I'm hearing here, and I don't care who you are. If the Pope didn't like dogs, he's dead to me. That's all I'm saying.
I'm honest with him.
I'm honest with the Pope.
Look, I had a housekeeper from Guatemala, and she didn't understand a dog in the house. She said,
No.
"We don't keep them in the house."
No, they
We
keep them in the fridge. Yes. Racism
Oh man.
is still
I- we
the
weren't allowed to have
foundation
a
of
dog
comedy.
but-
Is racism.
Gotta
Jackie
laugh.
Mason
Jackie Mason.
was one of my favorite comics.
He's one of my
He
friends.
inspired
We
me.
used to go out for lunch all the time.
Are you one of his children? Have you ever performed with one of his children?
No, but yes.
Sheba?
Yes, I know
Yes.
Sheba.
I have too. She's a great comic.
Yeah.
Let's go forward. We got to go forward. We can't get stuck
Okay.
on dogs,
Okay.
Muslims and dogs.
Yeah.
There's a dog here. The dog's like, I ain't with a Muslim. It's not my problem. See, dogs don't care about other dogs.
They'd rather be with a homeless guy than a Muslim.
I can tell you, and I can tell you right now, if I see a dog with somebody that is disheveled and stuff, I don't like it. If you can't
Not fair
support
to the
yourself,
dog, yeah.
don't take on a dog.
I agree.
Well, if a lot of these people are homeless, they take on a stray. So
No, I mean
Yeah, but they
homeless
can't feed
people.
them. They can't feed them.
I don't like it. I say, I'd give money to save the dog.
I do. I'll bring food
Not the
over.
homeless.
I'll bring food over for
You'll
the
bring the
homeless.
dog food, but you won't bring the
Well,
homeless guy food.
I'll bring each a burger or something like
kidding.
that or
A
whatever.
dog burger.
Yeah, something like that. But some of these dogs, like when I was a cop, a lot of the homeless they had it.
Yeah.
Not a lot,
Well,
but
Rocky,
they were.
what's his name? Sylvester Stallone had a dog when he had no money.
And
He sold his dog.
Yeah, he did.
yeah,
so.
but he bought him back.
But he bought him.
That's what he said.
and he put him in
How
the
do you
movie.
come back from that? How do you come back from saying, I'm a rat bastard, I sold my dog? You sold your dog? And then, oh, but I bought it back. Yeah. No.
You
But
think
he gets
Butkus was
points
pissed
for
off?
liking Trump.
You think Butkus was pissed off? When he bought
Oh,
back?
Butkus was like the minute he falls asleep.
Don't come, hey Stallone, don't come to me for kisses on the face because you
Right,
sold
right.
me.
Yeah.
And if this Rocky thing didn't pay off, I'd be out.
I'd rip your genitals off while you were sleeping, like my wife tried to do one time. Cracker Barrel.
Because you sold her.
Cracker Barrel.
No, Cracker Barrel.
A lot of cracks in that.
Cracker Barrel is going woke.
Yep. They went woke.
They're changing the logo. Now, let me just say one thing. I go to Cracker Barrel for nostalgia. That's why I go. Not for the sausage gravy.
No.
On their biscuits and everything that they have.
I never went.
I want nostalgia.
Yeah.
So you go in now, and they're cleaning it up. They're taking. There's like pictures in black and white.
That's the best part of Cracker Barrel is going through their
I
store.
heard he was a
We know
real
the
man. The
food
guy on the
sucks.
logo was a real man, and he was like with them from the start, and it's an insult actually. They felt
Right.
very insulted, like Aunt Jemima.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
felt
yeah.
very insulted.
And
when
she
they
was
took
a
her
real
out.
woman.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you
very
know the
successful
family of
woman.
Aunt Jemima came out and said, it's a
Yes,
disgrace
I
that
saw
you
that.
took my great-great-grandmother off
Yes,
the
of
label?
course it's a disgrace.
She was an entrepreneur.
Same thing with the
They're actually
Redskins.
making it more racist.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
saying we don't want to even see the black lady on the.
We're going to ignore your thoughts
Yeah.
and your
Lando
wishes.
Lakes, another one. Red Sox, or the Indians. Cleveland Indians.
The Cleveland
Well,
Indians. They're Indians.
They're Indians.
I know
They
the
were happy and proud.
Washington Redskins because that was after a chief.
Redskins.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when they took them off, the where that lineage was from, they were insulted. They took it off.
Right, it was a chief.
Yes, Chicago Blackhawks do something very interesting. So they kept the Blackhawks name and they talked to the Blackhawk Nation and they give a history before each game of the Blackhawk Nation.
Wow.
But it's educational. It's cool.
Right.
I like it. I saw it. It was pretty cool. And but that's the way if you want to do something like that. But for again, white liberal to decide for everybody else.
When I was a kid, we learned in school that the Indians broke every treaty, and we had to set up
I don't know.
forts. That's why forts are all over, because we would say, hey, let the settlers just go across. They're going, and they said, okay, and then they went, oh, by the way, they just killed all the settlers.
Yeah.
Okay, build a fort, get these people. They keep giving Indians a lot too much credit.
The way they rewrite history is unbelievable. They make it sound like all the Indians were these nice, peaceful people who, the Apaches attacked the Sioux, the Comanche attacked the Apaches, and they all took slaves. And they all slaughtered people before we got here.
And
the
they were
Indians
idiots.
were warring with each other.
Can I say one thing? When we got here as Europeans, the Indians were idiots. Or as we say in Brooklyn, stupid idiots. They didn't know how to cultivate. That's why they roamed around. They farmed the land until it was useless and they had to move on. When they hunted buffalo, they would chase buffalo off a cliff. They would kill 1,000 buffalo to eat 3.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they didn't have the wheel.
No?
They did.
Yeah.
20,000 years on the continent. We come in, they don't have the wheel. You didn't chop a buffalo's head off. You see it roll down the hill and go, hey. Hey, the Sioux. The Sioux were Jewish, right? The Sioux.
That's great.
Listen to me. Look at that. We could move things with that.
We'll make a fortune.
Put 4 buffalo heads on this wagon and we'll pull it across.
You know there were no Jewish Indians in Manhattan.
No.
Because you sold that for what, $24 and some beads?
Oh, forget about it.
There was no way.
They would have leased it.
Yeah, we would have.
There would have been a leasing.
That's right. Would have been a leasing, and there would have been resorts all
You would
along
have been
the
a good
East River.
writer for the Mel Brooks
fire
movie, Fred.
for the insurance money.
You would have been a good writer for a Mel Brooks movie.
I think so. So I'm saying the Indians are getting too much credit. When I was a kid, we learned they broke every treaty. In fact, when I was in high school, the teacher said, if you go to the Library of Congress, we have all of the treaties that they broke.
Really?
That's not taught.
That's not taught, but I'm teaching it now. Here, Freddie Rubino, the first anti-Indian in the last 60 years on That's What I'm Talking About. We will be back at the America First Warehouse.
The America First Warehouse Ultra MAGA Store for all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic America First retail store. The America First Warehouse Ultra MAGA Store.
Good morning. It's me, Joe the Box, wearing my Border 911 hat signed by Tom Holman, Rodney Scott, and Sarah Carter. The country has had enough. The American Horror Story is over. Border 911. Tom Holman is coming through. My brother's son, my friends' children. We're done with it. 100,000 with lost lives every single year. God bless you, Tom.
Are you a musician, comedian, actor, filmmaker, or artist who stands for traditional American values? Do you believe in the preservation of our nation, our culture, and our freedoms? If you share our passion for America and want to use your talents to make a difference, we want to hear from you. Our mission is clear. Through the arts, we uphold the principles of freedom, faith, family, and the American spirit. It's time to step up to the mic and make your voices heard. So contact us at AmericanConservativeArtists.com. The Queens Village Republican Club is America's oldest Republican club, founded in 1875. Situated in President Trump's hometown in Queens, New York, we are America First MAGA Republicans, empowering fellow Republicans to get involved in the game of politics at the grassroots level. We host inspiring monthly club meetings on the first Thursday of each month at 8 p.m. For more information, please go to our website at www.qvgop.org.
America First Warehouse was really the most patriotic venue that you can ever imagine. We wanted to build something for people to be able to come to and feel so comfortable and so relaxed because there is nothing out there like it. We give an opportunity for people to really feel good about themselves and about this great country.
We are back with That's What I'm Talking About. All the news that other news agencies were afraid to talk about. You know that?
Terrified.
Especially in Essex where they hate gays. Now, I just want to close off the Cracker Barrel thing that everybody's, we touched on this. You said the Blackhawks. I forgot what you said. You're a woman. I really don't listen to you. But what I do know is that let's recognize the people who aren't offended. There's been Chef Boyardee, fat with the mess on his smock. Hey, we love him still. No, there's not one complaint about Chef Boyardee. Leave him on. But I would have to say the greatest non-complainers are the Greeks.
The Greeks?
The Greeks.
Do explain.
There's a Trojan soldier's helmet on scumbag rappers.
And then you don't hear nothing.
You don't hear nothing from the Greeks.
And you know who else doesn't complain? The Irish. Every Irishman is always, St. Patrick's Day, let's get a drink. We're drunk Irish,
Right.
drunk Irish,
That's
drunk
why
an
they're not
Irish
complaining.
wake.
The fighting Irish. They're
Notre
violent.
Dame. Yeah.
Well, because they're always drunk.
Never hear them
That's
complain.
true.
You can't complain. You can't offend an Irishman.
You
Can't do it.
cannot offend an Irishman.
Can't do it.
Because
They're
they're
proud
always
people.
drunk, like I said.
They're and they keep their mouth shut. You're making fun of the Irish? Good.
I think it's
Don't
'cause-
come into our bar. Don't come to our party.
More for me to drink.
I think because they forgot what they had to say because they're so drunk.
Because they're drunkards. But I have to say, those Greeks,
Bravo, Greeks.
those Greeks, I tell you what, if there was an Italian logo on scumbag rappers, can you call them scumbag rappers?
Yeah.
That's what they are.
I love the Greek people, but I got to be honest, there's a little bit of pretension.
A little pretentious.
Did he only-
They have very good olive oil.
They did start Western civilization.
Yes.
But do you have to have a whole salad name after you because you throw some cheese in? You throw some
throw-
cheese, you get a Greek salad.
And it's
really?
shitty cheese.
It's
too.
Yeah, but look at the aqueduct and all that. Oh, no, that was Rome.
It's shitty cheese, too.
But
It's
it's a
cheese?
Greek salad. Why is it a Greek
Right.
salad? I threw some cheese in.
Right.
Threw some cheese in.
Listen, I agree with you on the Greek cheese thing. I got to say, you go to Wine and Cheese. The wine is $50-something. They put out some nice fruit. Nice Jewish fruit. They good fruit. Look at this. It's got a bruise.
You're not going to like Greece so much when they say that Italy took away from Greece. They copied Greece.
No, I hate when they say
Yeah,
that.
see?
But you go, and they give you imported Parmesan, blue cheese, Camembert.
Beautiful.
Not feta.
No one's ever been to a winery and says, "Can I get some more feta?"
How's the feta there? You know when you get feta? When you go for the ready-made salads in Target or 7-Eleven.
Or
What's
the
in
gas
there?
station?
Feta.
Feta.
Or the gas station.
Or the gas station.
It's a cheap cheese.
Right. But they don't say nothing. You know what? My hat's off to all of these people who are offended. Look to the Trojan rapper and say, you know what? It could be worse.
Get your inspiration in condoms.
Right. This is for the kids. It's mostly for the kids.
It's all about the kids, Freddie. It's all about the kids.
Today's news, Hulk Hogan's death is going to be investigated for why he died. Wow. Now, I have to say one thing. We've all watched Hulk Hogan our whole lives. Now, if you didn't look at Hulk Hogan every single time and think, this guy's going to have a heart attack any second.
He's 600 pounds.
He's been shooting steroids since he's a fetus.
Yeah. He's 9 foot tall.
He's 9 foot tall. He's red. Do you want some feta cheese? Of course. He's going to have a stroke or a heart attack.
If you acted like half of Hulk Hogan, the next words out of anybody's mouth in the same room would you calm down.
Everybody would say calm down.
You're going to give yourself a heart attack.
Right.
That's what they would
His
say.
heart was probably enlarged. He was a tall man.
He was a tall man. How big was he?
He was so big.
He was size of Mount. How tall was he?
What Trojan did he wear?
Black ones.
So two together.
I think they were the black ones.
Yes, the black Trojans. You see, they don't have those. They don't have like the Zimbabwe.
See, that's a stereotype black men don't get offended about.
No.
Why would they?
You never heard a black man say, you know, saying I have a large penis is stereotypical and it's offensive. Never.
Right.
You've
And
never
if you
heard
talk
that.
to Asians about it, they change the subject. They're like, oh, how about them Knicks? How about those Knickerbockers? But I gotta say, if there's one person that you shouldn't investigate for a heart attack, it's Hulk Hogan. Come on.
It must be a slow day in the
It's a slow day.
slow day in the ME's office.
I don't want to do anything today. What do you want to do? Think of something easy.
Let's go cut up Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. Let's investigate how Hulk Hogan died. Great idea.
Definitely some foul play there.
You know what? A slow news day happens a lot in Hawaii. I used to live in Hawaii, in Oahu, and where I lived, there was a shark attack. I mean, you could call it an attack, but
What do you call a hooer in Oahu?
what?
I don't know. Oahu.
Going to Oahu to get a hooer.
Oahu. Okay.
Got a hooer from Oahu.
Remember that when
Well,
you're
I
there.
like that. So what happened was this shark attack, and then I watched the news that night, and this guy got his feet bit off.
Oh,
and
both feet?
Both feet.
Did they run with that story?
They ran. He did not. He couldn't stop running his mouth.
Oh,
no, but
no.
the truth is, then the newscaster says, "Well, we're going to be doing an investigation."
Yeah.
On the shark attack.
We're going to interview other sharks.
I said, what are you going to do? Interrogate the shark? Where were you on?
I was at the aquarium all day. I got an alibi.
You're not going to get away with it this time, Sharky. We're on to you, Shark.
What was his motive? I was hungry.
Now, Anne Heck.
Yeah.
Do you know who Anne Heck
Heche?
is? She was married to Ellen.
Anne Heche.
Yeah.
Anne Heche?
Yes. Anne Heche.
Heche.
She's not a lesbian,
Heche.
a lesbian, not
Right.
a lesbian?
Right.
Is she a lesbian
Yeah,
still?
She's dead.
Oh, so
But
that
she
was-
died heterosexual.
Okay.
She was married
Did
to a
she?
man and had a son. yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and then Helen fled after the P. Diddy thing happened.
Right.
which I
Oh.
questioned.
And she's married to somebody.
And she was very, very, very close with P. Diddy.
Now,
Ellen.
how do you say her name? Heck.
Heche.
Anne Heche. You want to investigate a
Yes.
death? Anne Heche on live TV,
Yeah.
they said she died in the house. They took her out in a gurney.
Right.
She was in a body bag and
Yep.
it was zipped up to here.
Yep.
On live TV, I saw it
Yeah,
on
I
live
saw
TV.
it too.
She springs up
Right.
and starts going like this
Right.
and trying to get out.
Yep.
And they stuffed her in the
Back
ambulance.
into a body bag, yeah.
And they said, no, she died in the house.
Yeah.
And they never investigated.
Can you get this online? I've never seen this.
Oh, yeah. I saw
Just
it.
Google
I saw it,
Anne
yeah.
Heck being
Anne Heche.
Heche.
Well, I'd have to spell her name right to get it.
Heche. Isn't Heche the guy on The Soprano who owed people?
Yeah, he's the Jewish guy
You
on
don't
The
question
Sopranos.
Ellen leaving.
Ellen had a whacked.
I don't question a good thing.
No.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I wasn't
Allegedly.
there. I'm
I
not
mean,
saying.
it looks very suspicious.
I don't question a good thing. Ellen DeGeneres wants to leave. I'm all for
If
it.
Ellen
but
wants
we
to
have to
murder
question
someone,
it.
I think comedians should be able to murder at least one person.
If they murder. Only if they murder.
Only if they. But Anne Heche on TV in front of
Yes.
my own eyes, and
Yes.
when I saw it, the newscaster didn't even comment on it.
Yeah, I know. I saw
And the guys who are
I
bringing
gotta,
her,
I gotta see this.
you got to see
I gotta
it.
see this.
It's not only
I'm gonna
could
bring
s-
it back next week because I gotta look at this.
Okay, next
Oh, yeah.
week on this show we'll
I gotta
have
bring
it
it
as
back.
a treat.
Yeah.
She not only you hear of dead bodies in the morgue spring
Yeah,
up.
yeah. No,
you know?
she was alive.
She was wailing her arm,
Yes.
flailing.
Yes.
I might say flailing.
Flailing, that's the word.
Flailing her
like-
arm.
like a
would be
shark
at
attack.
the
And they
wailing
drew
wall.
her in. They were like, get her in
She's
there.
moving like a shark attack on Oahu.
So if you're going to investigate something, investigate Anne Heche.
Right.
Heche.
I gotta look this up. Now I'm interested. I'm
You see,
fascinated.
you're
Not to be
learning
confused
stuff
with
here,
Haitian.
Scott.
It's educational here.
Not to be confused with Haitian.
No.
Right. No.
I don't think I confuse her with a Haitian.
No, nobody did. We have a couple of more stories we're not going to get to, but we're just going to touch on Eric. No, well, let's do this. There was a new species of dinosaur that they just came out with
Really?
because they said that the scientists saw a little thing on their backbone that says that they had like a sail on top. So this dinosaur had like a big sail, and I can tell you right now, We study dinosaurs too much. I don't like it. I don't like that my kid comes home from school knowing all the dinosaurs. Why? My kid goes over and she tries to pet a pit bull. It's chained to a fence at the junkyard. I was like, no! But she knows about the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Right.
Teach the kid not to touch the pit bull.
You can't get a kid to balance, or they don't even know what a checkbook is now, but they can't balance their bank account.
They can't even give change back.
No, they can't.
Everything's electronic.
Because they don't even know. They don't know how to build cash.
Can't do it.
Look at the kids in Florida. Oh, there's an alligator, and they're walking next to it. I'm like, run! I got my gun out.
Take a selfie.
Yeah.
Take a selfie.
Yeah, but they know all the dinosaurs.
So he lived in Florida from Brooklyn. I lived in Hawaii. I mean, could you even imagine? I thought they were going to kick me off the island. I thought I wasn't going to survive that.
I am so against this fascination with dinosaurs, and I have to tell you that I know that one of the last few revelations in geology and paleontology were fakes.
Really?
You know who you blame?
The Jews.
Exactly.
No.
Was it Spielberg who did Jurassic Park?
Spielberg.
Yeah, well, he's
Right?
a Jew, so
There you go.
Not Laurent.
Now the Gazas have something more to blame the Jews about.
There you go.
There you go. Blame them for dinosaurs.
All these dinosaur discoveries, a lot of them are fake. A lot of them with early. Remember the fossilized thing, Lucy?
Yes.
Remember they said
yes,
it's the
yes,
earliest.
yes.
They already proved it was a fake.
What is this
said
whole
it was
obsession with dinosaurs when we really have other things that
Right.
we really need to learn about, like
Snakes.
snakes or marriage
Pitbulls.
classes? How about a marriage class once in a while? You know,
Right.
I don't think a dinosaur would do well in a marriage class.
No.
But no, really, you learn from history, but what's that going to teach us, really?
It teaches nothing. But I hope
I think it's a
somebody
waste of time.
who tuned in, we taught Scott Baker something about
Two
Anne
things.
Heche.
Two things today you
Two
taught me.
things. We will be back next week. This is the America First Warehouse, my podcast, Fred Rubino. That's what I'm talking about. We hope to see you again October 18th. If you want to come, I am hosting the Not So Newlywed Game. We will see you next week. Thank you and goodbye.